Right now it's 6, a change in President Trump's tariff plans. What just happened and what it means for your wallet. And the Brew Crew announces new stadium features, how one will help fans get to their seats faster.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown. Ken is off tonight. Fast-moving developments in President Donald Trump's tariffs. Trump pausing tariffs on Mexico and Canada for 30 days, but tariffs on China begin tomorrow. So what's the impact on your wallet after these 30 days? News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the answer. Grace.
Emily, President Trump says Americans could feel some pain from those 25% tariffs. Here's what Wisconsinites need to know. Mexico and Canada are Wisconsin's largest trade partners.
Tariff of this magnitude, it's not just how high it is how broad it is, that it is on everything. It's not just on a certain industry, on a certain good that you're trying to protect. It's all across border.
Wisconsinites can expect tariffs to increase the price of gas and oil.
One of the things that across America will be felt is that fuel prices are going to be higher. The tariff on fuel are a little less, about 10% rather than the 25% that is on all other things.
As well as cars, plastic goods, housing, and produce.
I think about 50% of U.S. Vegetables are actually produced and imported from Mexico, and that just hits American consumers right away with higher tariff. That just means you're going to pay more for your tomatoes, you're going to pay more for your avocados.
Once tariffs go into effect, prices are expected to rise quickly.
I think American consumers will feel it a little bit faster this time compared to, say, even the China time, where they were targeted in certain like electronic industries or the industries that were considered to be important for national security. This is fruit and vegetable industry. They're not important for national security. I will buy them every day.
The plan could impact Wisconsin's economy.
Dairy products, for instance, is one of the big things that we sell a lot to Canada, we sell to Mexico, and that could now the farmers might have a harder time to sell their products abroad for the same reason that now their product look more expensive to Mexicans and Canadians than they used to.
And job sector.
If you're an American manufacturer and you're putting some of your assembly is happening in Mexico, but most of your operations in the U.S., the question is, should I bring it back to the U.S. or should I not? And that uncertainty always hurts businesses, not knowing what to do.
And again, the tariffs on Canada and Mexico have been paused for 30 days. Emily?
All right, thank you, Grace. A second federal judge signaling today she'll continue to keep President Trump's funding freeze on pause. Over on Facebook, La Crosse Mayor Mitch Reynolds said the city has been able to avoid any disruption so far, but admits that a lot of funding for small businesses and road programs comes from Washington.
Pausing that funding, or even ending it entirely, will definitely create an impact locally in the services we're able to provide. Now, we're going to address these issues as they come up, and we're on it, but there are real threats to quality of life that can occur when federal funding streams get disrupted.
Wisconsin joined several states in a lawsuit over the funding freeze. Happening tomorrow, in-person absentee voting for the February 18th primary begins. La Crosse voters can cast ballots at City Hall from 8:30 a.m. till 4 p.m. Early voting ends on February 14th. Election day is February 18th. Early voting will look different in Eau Claire. The city will shift back to pre-pandemic rules. Early in-person voting will now be in the elections office instead of drive-through. Voters can stop by City Hall Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. to cast their ballot. Well, Wisconsin rent prices are going up. According to the website Construction Coverage, rent will jump up $89 this year. In 2024, a one-bedroom went for $1,182. One of the biggest reasons behind the hike is a housing shortage. Wisconsin ranks 12th in the U.S. when it comes to rent hikes.
Well, some had some snow last night. Others just had a little bit of cloud cover, some freezing drizzle or drizzle. Now we're going to have some cold temperatures. Not going to last too long, but it definitely is going to feel cold coming in tonight and tomorrow. Temps we haven't seen in a little bit of while since we've had a mild stretch. Overall, low temperatures tonight will get sub-zero where there's snow on the ground north of Eau Claire, definitely all the way to -5. But to the south, we'll still have single digits out there too, so definitely colder, but not too far from where we should be. Now tomorrow our temperatures will be below average, especially where snow is on the ground, struggling to get to 10 degrees there. Otherwise, other areas will be in the upper teens to around the low 20s, so definitely colder, and then the big picture too. But right now we're actually 31 degrees La Crosse, 25 at Eau Claire. We are seeing the snowpack that is now presented up to the north. They had a stretch about 1 to 4 inches, getting close to 5 or 6 as you get closer to Green Bay, but it really pretty much nothing to the south of that. And this evening, we're going to get back down. The wind chill is going to be dropping to 13 for La Crosse, decreasing clouds at both locations, so that'll be the positive, but the temperatures are going to continue to fall. Notice the wind chill all the way down to 3 as we get to 10 p.m., and that will be the story too. Quiet tomorrow. The system that we're watching is well to the south, but coming up later, we'll break down that messy Wednesday that's going to be coming, and then a big-time potential snow as we go into Saturday. We'll do all that a bit later in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Well, a fire victim with life-threatening injuries last month has died. The La Crosse Fire Department confirmed the person's passing in a release. Crews responded to the 1700 block of Rose Street for a fire on January 24th. One person was removed from the structure and taken to the hospital. The name of the victim has not been released. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. The Chippewa County Department of Public Health is announcing a new public health kiosk available for public use. The kiosk will provide essential health and safety supplies, including Narcan, fentanyl and xylazine testing kits, safer sex kits, and feminine hygiene products. The kiosk is located at the Chippewa County Jail, providing 24-hour access to all community members. Well, your next drink of water could come from new pipes in Viroqua. The city is seeking state funding to replace aging water mains. The DNR's Safe Drinking Water Loan Program is reviewing the project. And if you'd like to weigh in, you have until February 19th to submit comments to the DNR. Well, welding is a popular skill trade, and today students at Westby High School got a lesson in it. Wyoming Welding Academy showed 40 students what these in-demand jobs look like. The demo also highlighted other trades experiencing worker shortages.
It's important to understand for our kids that there's possibilities outside of, your traditional school path. So, we do a great job of offering a little bit to all of our kids, and I kind of like the idea that if we can change our kids' world, maybe they can change the world we all live in.
Glutch is also hoping to get students in front of as many professionals as possible. Well, the Brewers announced several new features to American Family Field today, including the use of the MLB's Go-Ahead entry system. Cameras will automatically authenticate fans using facial recognition technology and the MLB Ballpark app. Fans won't even have to take out their phone at the gate. The Brewers are one of just 9 teams to announce the use of the new system. Legendary musician Bob Dylan is coming to Eau Claire. He's set to perform on Saturday, April 5th at the Sonntag Center. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. and a special pre-sale opportunity this Thursday at 10 a.m. as well. Dylan is also set to play Mankato on April 4th. Businesses close their doors for a day without immigrants. How a Minnesota restaurant is doing their part in the nationwide movement, showing the importance of immigrants.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Your job title shouldn't define you, but in the job I'm running for, it should. I'm Brad Schimmel, and justice is my life's work. Helping Wisconsin's most vulnerable, stopping elder abuse, taking on human traffickers, putting pedophiles behind bars, and leading the Sexual Assault Kit Initiative, clearing 4,000 backlogged tests so survivors could finally get justice. For me, it's not a title. It's my mission statement.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like a free $15 gift card when you buy select Hill's Science Diet pet food. Save $6 on select Victor dog food. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Are you ready for college but don't know where to start? CVTC's Fast Pass on Thursday, January 9th in Eau Claire and River Falls will help you take your next step. In just 90 minutes, apply, enroll, and explore financial aid. Apply for free at the event and get entered to win a $500 scholarship. Start your future with flexible, hands-on programs that will help you get to a career you love. Register today at cvtc.edu/fastpass.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Many U.S. establishments took part in a Day Without Immigrants today. It's a nationwide movement which saw restaurants and other businesses shut their doors to highlight the importance of immigrants. As Kristen Mitchell reports, a Mexican restaurant in Minnesota is struggling amid the Trump administration's immigration crackdown.
It's dinner time at Michelandia Bar and Grill in South St. Paul. It's more than a place to eat. It's a celebration of Mexican culture. But manager Alejandro Morales says these tables have been emptier than normal since President Donald Trump took office and began a sweeping immigration crackdown.
People are afraid to come in because they might think that the immigration can get in and they can take all the people in, and not even our workers, but the customers as well.
The decline in business forced them to reduce hours.
Not only like undocumented people that want to go out, the people who's actually legally documented is scared to go out too.
In support of immigrants, on Monday, the restaurant will close for a Day Without Immigrants, a nationwide initiative to show how important immigrants are as workers and consumers in the U.S. economy.
Restaurants and businesses, employees are part of the economic. Those people don't really show up, then other restaurants, not only the Hispanic restaurant, but Americans restaurant, they will feel, that there's no people.
Morales says they're taking part because they want to support the local Latin community, just as they have supported them over the years.
We all depend on everybody.
In South St. Paul, Kirsten Mitchell, WCCO News.
According to recent estimates, roughly 8.3 million undocumented immigrants work in the U.S. Well, State Farm is seeking an emergency rate hike. Why they say the California wildfires are creating a dire financial situation for the company.
And although we have a cold and dry Tuesday, we got some messy conditions potentially for the Wednesday afternoon and evening commute, along with maybe even more snow for this weekend. We'll break down both events coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you have trouble opening a window or keeping one in place, you may have frame damage, worn materials, or even hidden problems you can't see. You need a trusted window company to evaluate it, check for hidden issues, and possibly replace the window. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Buy one window, get 50% off your second window. Choose Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions or something less.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. And right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
It's better over here.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Susan Crawford. She's the prosecutor who locked up violent criminals.
the judge who's kept them off the street, and the leader who fought for abortion rights. On the Supreme Court, she'll look at the facts and uphold the law. Fair, impartial, common sense. That's Judge Susan Crawford.
For me, being a judge is really pretty simple. There's right and there's wrong, and I'll always do the right thing for Wisconsin.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home, free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
State Farm is asking for an emergency interim rate hike in the wake of last month's wildfires. California's largest insurance provider says the hikes will average 22% for homeowners. The insurer, in a letter to California's insurance commissioner, says it has already received more than 8,700 claims from wildfire victims. California homeowners already face some of the highest insurance premiums in the country due to the high risk for wildfires in the state. Well, we're back to more wintry conditions after a mild January. Greg, apparently there's more chances for snow in the forecast.
Yeah, we kind of ended January, had a mild stretch. It was a dry month, least snowiest on record for La Crosse, and it was cold snaps, but dry. But we're back to more winter and more active-like conditions, too. But for the time being, tonight, we're not going to see any of that through tomorrow. It's just going to be much colder, especially where there's snow on the ground up towards Eau Claire. That'll go into Tuesday. Then we have a dry Wednesday morning commute. I think that'll remain unaffected yet, but then the system begins to push in, and then it gets a little more dicey as we go into the afternoon and evening in regards to maybe some freezing drizzle, and then more snow as you go further north too. So, and that could extend into Wednesday night. It looks like we won't see precipitation for the Thursday morning commute, but roads may be an issue by then. Wind chills tonight, definitely we're going to see with that northwest wind about 10 to 15. As you wake up tomorrow morning, some areas of Arcadia up to 11 below, all the way up to Ladysmith 16 below, even all the way down to Prairie du Chien and south areas. We're looking still at single digits below zero. So definitely, we haven't seen this in a while. You'll feel it out there, and these wind chills will kind of improve, but still be below zero probably until about noon, and then they should recover in the afternoon time frame. Now overall, we're going to start off pretty much near zero or slightly below for most areas. We will have some sunshine out there, but cloud cover, high cloud cover will begin to increase throughout the day, and that's really what you'll see most of the day. Winds will lighten up towards the afternoon time frame, and for Tuesday evening's commute, we're just looking at really at cloud cover with that northeast wind. Temperatures still teens to maybe upper single digits by that time, so definitely cold. There's your high temperatures going into Thursday. Now Wednesday, we're going to see a slightly different thing. We're going to see the temperatures come back up towards freezing because we're going to be warmer going into Wednesday, and then we have to contend with that system coming through precipitation in the afternoon and evening. Now right now it looks like initially we might see a little bit of snow somewhere along a little bit of a line as it pushes through the area right there about in the afternoon time frame. Then to the south of that area, it's going to be a little bit more tricky in what exactly precipitation type we're going to be, because heavier amount of freezing rain will probably be to the south of the area. To I-94 and north, we're going to have a band set up potentially near the evening commute that will persist probably until about midnight. And then you see a lot of the pink kind of approaching the area. Not much in between, but that means we might deal with some freezing drizzle a little bit off and on. So we'll have to watch for that. All this activity will eventually push out before Thursday morning's commute, so we'll have to deal with snow and that. So typical SIP system, kind of similar to what we saw last week, but this one bears a little bit more watching of exactly where that band may set up. You can see there's about a 2 to 4, maybe even 4 to 8 inch spread up there of where that snow could actually develop. Further south you go, looks like we'll pick up a little bit of snow towards La Crosse, and further south you go into southern Wisconsin. That's where the ice threat gets a little bit more tricky. And right now, a trace to a tenth potentially in these areas. This could come up if we get warmer air further north, or maybe less as it goes further south. But that threat is there for the evening commute and Wednesday evening. Thursday behind the system, we do cool down. We're going to be in the upper 20s, but the bigger story going into Thursday is going to be the gusty winds. We see winds gusting as high as 35 to 40 going into Wednesday, so that'll be the big picture. But then going into the weekend, we got another system that looks to produce maybe widespread snow and potentially 3 to 6, could be even more. So if you got travel plans for Saturday, stay tuned for that forecast. And then it could get real cold next week, especially if we have snow on the ground. We could be looking at a lot of sub-zero temperatures next week if the snow does materialize. So Pay attention to Wednesday evening and then Saturday too.
Keep the scarves out, keep the hats out, the mittens.
Winter's not done by any means.
Not done.
No.
All right, thank you, Greg. Coming up in sports, a new week means new college basketball rankings. See how far the Eagles climbed after another unbeaten week. Cade is in next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made a most noble sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat or power again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Cade Overton tonight. Jacob has the night off. The UWL men's basketball team is red hot as we enter February. The Eagles are 10-1 since December 21st, and they've been rewarded in the first NPI rankings of the season. The Eagles come in at number 5 in the first NCAA Power Index rankings of the year. NPI is a way to measure the strength of a team in Division III. The rankings are based on a combination of factors including winning percentage, strength of schedule, and quality wins. Throughout the season, UWL has won by an average of 10.5 points and are currently 7-1 in a strong WIAC, but their lone conference loss comes to the hands of Platteville. The Pioneers are ranked 3rd in the NPI, and the two teams are set to face off later this week. UWL hits the road for the top 5 matchup set for Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. The last time these two teams faced off was on January 8th, where Platteville got the win 83-75. The two teams are tied at the top of the conference standings, but if the Eagles want to be crowned WIAC champs, a win on Wednesday would help carve the path. And in NCAA Division I, the Badgers fall 4 spots in the rankings to number 21 after going 1-1 this last week. Wisconsin is 7-4 in conference play. That's good enough to be tied for 4th in the Big Ten. Wisconsin's overall record on the year, 17-5, but they'll have a chance to pick up another win tomorrow. Badgers back at home to face off with Indiana for an 8 p.m. tip on Peacock. The Hoosiers had a good start to the year, but are currently just 1-5 in their last 6 games. And as of now, Wisconsin sits as 9.5-point favorites. In the NBA, the Bucks are in action tonight for the second leg of a back-to-back, and it's going to be a tough one. Milwaukee down in Oklahoma City, taking on the Western Conference's best, the Thunder. If the game wasn't already hard enough, the Bucks will be without Giannis, without Dame, and without Chris Middleton for this one. Milwaukee currently riding a 3-game losing streak and are currently sitting as the 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. This one's set to tip at 7 o'clock. Minnesota also in action. Timberwolves will host the Sacramento Kings also at 7 p.m. Timberwolves 5-game win streak was snapped over the weekend, and they are currently the 7th seed in the West. A lot of basketball.
So much basketball.
For the Timberwolves, I understand you were just at a Timberwolves game, your first time at Target Center. How was it?
My first time. It was about 2 weekends ago. They played against the Denver Nuggets. They won. They beat Jokic, which I heard is a big deal, but I got to see Anthony Edwards, and it just goes by so quickly. It's so much fun.
It's always fun to be at the sporting events instead of watching it on TV.
Exactly. Even when you're up high, you just feel like
You're
in the game,
action,
you know, all of it. So it was good stuff. All right, Greg has one final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Brad Schimmel. He wants to bring back the 1849 law that bans all abortions, with no exceptions for rape or incest. Schimmel gave plea deals to child molesters, let domestic abusers walk, with no jail time. And he's the one who let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for 2 years, while survivors waited for justice. That's Brad Schimmel. Too extreme for the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
In 2001, my father established La Crosse Fireplace Company. Since then, our family has had the privilege of helping families create a warm gathering place in their home. Today, my brother Jeremy and I are the second generation to carry on the values and traditions that was started 23 years ago. Whether it's a remodel or a new installation, La Crosse Fireplace Company looks forward to serving you for many years to come. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
It's one of our biggest sales of the whole year. Get this stylish sofa for just $295. Wow. Get up to 60% off list prices during our huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Relax with this reclining sofa for just $495. Gather round this 7-piece dining set, just $499. This sleek sofa for just $548. You'll get the best deals, like this comfy recliner for just $344. And free shipping. The huge President's Sale at Slumberland. Absolutely the best time to buy.
All right, definitely cold Tuesday with wind chills. Could be as low as 10 to 15 below. We do have that Wednesday evening mess. We have to keep an eye on for snow to the north. Could be some ice. And then we got Saturday's event too. So we have a nice snowpack coming up here soon.
We sure do. All right, thank you for joining us at 6. We'll see you at 10.